Hi guys, what's up? So today we'll be talking about Dr. Mike Drama. So if you don't know who he is, he's a doctor who does YouTube videos and he is one of the most trusted people to speak about medicine in YouTube. He is pretty big, having 14 million subscribers. So the reason why he is in drama is because of a video. Dr. Mike versus 20 anti-vaxxers surrounded. So if you don't know what this format is, it's mainly 20 people surround the expert for his or her field to debate on their opinions. And for this video, we have our very own main character here. So her name is Devon, and the opinion that she got mad about is because of this debate that Dr. Mike had. Vaccine-acquired immunity is better than natural immunity. That's why she got mad.
My oldest two children do have vaccines. My third child, he got a vaccine that the doctor said were safe that caused him brain issues for the rest of his life, and he has arrested hydrocephalus. I want to continue to say my youngest three children have no vaccines at all. They're perfectly fine. They're advanced. My son has permanent brain injury. So they say vaccine immunity is better, but as a child, when I got vaccines, I ended up with spinal meningitis. I had chicken pox twice. I almost died. But my three children that don't have any vaccines are perfectly fine. They've been traveled over 20 states.
So yeah, it's either that or her luck is absolutely horrible. It's that she just had horrible doctors, and these anti-vaxxers don't realize that in the medical field, scientists do a lot of testing to prove a medicine is good before they release it anyway. And then she just went to Dr. Mike, and Dr. Mike is over there like,
why are we still here?
I also love how Jubilee is also fact-checking her for everything she's trying to state, or every fact she has. It's really funny.
I think our healthcare system doesn't do enough is say, I don't know. And I have no idea about Dr. Fauci's patents. I don't know about patents on viruses. I'm a family medicine physician. That means I work in a clinic where people come in with either an acute complaint, something's going on with them, or they're coming in for a preventive physical where we can get ahead of things and make them healthier by preventing illness. In fact, if you think about where pharma's profits are, if pharma had to choose between preventing an illness or to treat an illness for the rest of someone's life, financially speaking, they'd probably want to just treat someone for the rest of their life.
Exactly.
But that's not what vaccines are. Vaccines prevent that illness. They prevent it from happening. And when you brought up the subject of autism, I think it's an important subject, and it's a subject that's been largely debunked by the entire world community.
Not at all. I've seen studies that say otherwise, Doc.
I love how she interrupts the doctor because she doesn't have the brain cells to compute actual science, and I'm not gonna call her crazy, but sometimes you just gotta lay back. I love how Dr. Mike is as respectful as he can. The way he said, I know for my work and that I work for in the family department, I can totally respect that. And the way he's stating actual facts is amazing. And she states no vaccine saved a life, which is outrageous to say.
Vaccine creators and scientists are the ones saying we should not get it.
Is there anything I could say today that would change your mind?
I'm just asking your opinion.
I'm asking you a question.
Probably not, because I actually read and study.
Well, if I can't change your mind,
I just want to know your opinion.
Yeah, so I would like to give you my knowledge, my experience, and what I've seen in the hospital system. But if you're telling me right now, no matter what I say, you're not going to change your mind, is there any value to that?
Well, I like to study everybody's opinion. I don't like to just say, I believe this, and not further investigate everybody else's opinion.
And I agree with one thing with her is that you can trust most vaccine, because unfortunately for us, that's just how the world works. Just because they want more money from stuff they're selling, and here she is admitting that she won't change her mind no matter what Dr. Mike says. And I know in her mind she's saying like, damn, I'm cooked. So Dr. Mike makes a valid point saying that you cannot change your mind. Why would you express your opinion if you cannot change it? Valid response, to be honest.
Let's do it this way. I think this is a very visual and easy way to understand it. If there are two streets to cross to get to the other side of the road, and I've run 1 million people through this trial, and I saw that the sidewalk on the right is much safer than the sidewalk on the left, or the street on the left. And someone starts spreading misinformation that the right sidewalk is actually so deadly, and they saw someone die and it was brutal, and they make it very powerful, and they start convincing people to cross on the more dangerous sidewalk. I would say that they're being a villain by telling people to go on the other side of the sidewalk, and they're also a victim because they may have been misled by someone who shared a very scary story.
Understood. So what would be an example of the misinformation that you're referring to?
Like that vaccines cause autism.
So they don't cause autism, you're saying?
Correct.
At all?
Correct.
Well, that's news to me. Okay, what about death? Doesn't the vaccine save lives?
Correct. It lowers the death rate. It doesn't prevent it 100%.
Okay, so why are people dying?
And here's another guy who can't understand anything Dr. Mike says. So why are people dying? I hope you understand that vaccine cannot save you. If your time is done, everyone will die someday. I love how patient Dr. Mike is, because if I was in here, I would have just walked out. The money is not worth my time to deal with. And then Dr. Mike makes a valid point, taking a seatbelt, for example.
I think everyone in this room has been very charitable in speaking with me, and I actually really appreciate it. I'm here volunteering my time to try and just share what I've learned, my experience, my knowledge, what I would do if I was facing a dilemma with vaccinating my future child. And my goal is just to share the most accurate information, because when I started in healthcare and I was a resident and I was in my training, the amount of things that you've discussed, like the lifestyle choices, were largely due to other people misinforming them. I think that sometimes we envision so much more control than what we have. Do you think wearing a seatbelt saves lives?
It can, yeah, for sure.
Has it ever saved yours?
No.
Have you worn it all the time, or majority of the time?
I have not worn it all the time,
But
but
majority
I
of the
could
time.
see.
You
Yeah,
regularly
yeah.
wear it?
Yeah, for sure.
Does that mean it was stupid to have done so?
No, not at all. But I think the
That's
seatbelt
how
is now
I
risking my life as a vaccine would be risking
So there's
my life,
some
right?
people that believe, like anti-vaxxers believe, vaccines are harmful without great evidence, that seatbelts can cause you to get trapped and et cetera, and actually
You're
cause
saying
more
anti-vaxxers
problems.
believe that?
No, I'm saying like anti-vaxxers
Oh, okay.
believe negative beliefs about vaccines that are not
I
well
see.
proven. Some people say that about seatbelts. Some people say that the world is not round and they believe it to be flat.
Now, can you compare vaccine skepticism with really seatbelt skepticism? Like, do you think that that really weighs,
I
especially
think
when
the
people have
principle-
been injured from vaccines? This is a real thing that
People
is
have been
happening.
injured by seatbelts.
I understand. So I'm going to give somebody else a time, but my claim is pretty much that RFK is standing up for a lot of different things that are going on in this country right now that are causing more damage than COVID.
I would love for someone else to stand up for those things as opposed to RFK.
I think
but we
you
agree
as well,
with it.
right?
Yeah.
So yeah, Dr. Mike then went on Twitter after to protect his name, because he's on drama because I'm stating stuff that he thinks is right, and apparently that makes it political. I definitely disagree, but whatever, Twitter is Twitter. They do this bullshit all the time. So in the end, I think that this drama is pointless, and the opinions were absolutely crazy. And what I don't get from this is that Dr. Mike is extremely patient. Anyway, that's the end of the video. Please like, share, and subscribe to help us more create it. Also, make sure to check Local Boogie if you're interested in Roblox content, and make sure to check Supply Slayer if you're interested in seeing him playing variety games. And that's the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for the continued support I'm having. Bye and take care.